we're dropping right in. We got StrifeCro with a camera. Oh, and it's a rogue. I'm sorry to disappoint you. We got Handlock versus rogue here.
That's still fine.
And the really nice thing is, I talked today to our intern Timo, and he was like, "Bro, I got some genius idea to make a mulligan screen happen." So in the latest next week, we'll actually have mulligan screens additionally to the webcams in our recordings.
Nice.
That's gonna be super cool.
Production value hype. And I think we should lower the music volume a bit. And then we're fine. Yeah, so that was not the best starting hand for a handlock double Hellfire, Soulfire, Siphon Soul. Not exactly what you want. You want, of course, you want to have the Twilight Drake and the Mountain Giant.
That would be the worst starting hand ever if he would keep anything. I mean, only the Soulfire would be like, I want to have something turn 5 to kill an Auctioneer. If it's actually a Miracle Rogue and not a Backspace Rogue, so it could be the full phase Rush Rogue. Yeah, StrifeCro needs to redraw everything, and it's actually really nice of him to have, like, to take so much time. So he gives out the options to talk about it. So and the sound is okay. We hear louder than it is on stream.
The music?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
we just hear it louder. It's just extremely loud. Okay, fine. Yeah, Argent Squire. That means it's actually a Backspace Rogue.
It's a Backspace Rogue with a Cold Light Oracle already. This could get really interesting. Turn 4 or turn 3, actually, when the Cold Light Oracle pops and the card draw will go crazy for StrifeCro. And he's actually considering maybe Coin Life Tab.
Yeah.
But, well, he skips that one. And which is most a double Argent Squire plus the Cold Blood already. And
wow.
That's like how you win. I mean, this is 5 damage now. Next turn, he could already deal 9 damage. And yeah, it's turn 2. So what are you going to do? Life Tab now?
Life Tab is kind of risky.
Like, should drop the Sunfury Protector actually, but then you're not able.
You need to keep the Sunfury for your Molten Giant. He's gonna rush you down. He's not gonna stop at 10 HP or something, or let's say 15 HP.
This looks like already really not cool for StrifeCro. Yeah, so you can play your Sunfury Protector. The main problem is, okay, you trade it into the Argent Squire. It's still alive.
I would even, like, maybe consider just ending the turn.
The thing is, you can end the turn since you're the coin player. You could do the next 2 turns nothing, and you would still have enough cards.
Oh, Watcher is nice. He
Watcher
can play Watcher, Coin, Sunfury next turn. But then again, it will just like the 5-1 will just run clear the...
Yeah, Cold Light Oracle. That's going to be some overdraw. Well, he gets Leroy and another Sunwalker. But it's like if the next card is an Owl or a Model Coil, Defend of Argus is actually okay. So he could just drop the turn 3 Mountain Giant, which is okay. But he's down to 17. That could be 8. Wow, with double Deadly Poison, that could be 13 damage.
Oh, he has no weapon.
Man, still, that's like super crazy. So much damage to deal.
8 damage, 13 damage he takes.
Is he maybe going to kill just the giant? Okay,
Why?
I'm not sure.
I think hero ability double deadly poison.
But then if there's a molten giant, aren't you screwed? Well, he got the... Okay, don't get me wrong. He has the SI7 agent. So with a Shadow Step, that's 4 damage out of nowhere. Or with an Eviscerate, so he can do some more damage, actually, right to the face. So the main problem is, there's a giant, and the question is, do you kill it or do you leave it alive? He could go for Celsi Deckhand, SI7 agent on the giant, and then just trade his Divine Shields in. So there's a giant would die. Or double Deadly Poison, just kill the giant, or nuke everything in the face. So those are his options here. I like the clearing. I think it's better. You can do it easy mode with what you have on the board. And you don't drop him so far that you have to fear a crazy Molten Giant. So he's on 12. Still Molten Giant, but he would need a Sunfury Protector to taunt it up.
Well, he has one.
Yeah. Is he going to drop just Testingo instead of the Molten Giant? Since if you drop further, you can still drop the Molten.
I was thinking about going Mountain Giant, Coin Sunfury. Because if he clears it and drops you lower, you can play the Molten Giant for free. And what I like about StrifeCro's deck is that he runs the Senjin and double Sunwalker. So there is most likely no Faceless Manipulator, Power Overwhelming combo. Maybe a power overwhelming combo for the Leroy.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
The thing is, if he goes for Molten Giant Sun Fury now, he could coin Sunwalker next turn. If he just goes for Testingo, next turn there's the possibility of Ancient Watcher, Molten Giant plus Sun Fury. So there are like some plays he could actually do. The main problem is just that frigging 5-1 he cannot kill. I mean, yes, Testingo will die and he will definitely take 6 damage. At the moment with the Southsea Deckhand and SI7 agent, that would be in total 10 damage.
Yeah, I think he goes for the Mountain Giant play. It has the advantage that, first of all, you get your Molten Giant easier for less mana if you take more damage, and he can start throwing out cards after cards, because, yeah, the Mountain Giant gets so much value out of your hand cards.
But the other way around, I would like it so much more, since you could have coined out the Sunwalker, and that's just my one point there. Coining out the Sunwalker, I think that's so valuable to do it. Do you think he's just going to attack with the weapon, take another 8, and a Southsea Deckhand, for example, first, plus the Argent Squire, and then 5 in the face again? Or is he going to Southsea Deckhand, SI7, nuke the Winding maybe with his Argent Squire?
The problem is, if he actually takes 8 more damage, Leroy, Power Overwhelming, Soulfire would kill him.
Yeah.
So, it's a dicey play. You could do it. Sometimes you have to take the risk, but you always have to consider what are those options.
I agree with you there. It could get really annoying still for Esosek. This game in 1 by now. It's just looking really, really and extremely good.
Yep.
I think he decides to kill the Giant. The big question is, yeah, it seems to be the minion. He doesn't want to take... Yeah, okay, he takes the damage. He's down to 14. I think that's okay. But now, if he brings him down to 7, the only good thing is now the Taunter is gone. And that was my main concern, again, with the play. So maybe the Testingo would have died easier, but would have had a Taunter by now. So you can clear the board with a Hellfire, but then you're dead. You could play your Molten Giant, heal yourself up, and kill the 2-1, but then you're dead.
I don't think he can win. Or survive. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he would need the Taunter. Like the Defender Argus he lost for the overdraw was a Cold Light Oracle. So that one is already being super annoying, especially consider every card he redrew. Yeah, so the Defender Argus would have just been the best card to get, actually. Wow. That's like so devastating.
I think he's just gonna throw down the Testingo, the Molten Giant, and trade into the 2-1. That's the obvious play.
Yeah.
He will die, but then again, what can you do?
He at least tried to survive. Well, this is like super sad, man. He almost did it. Like one more Taunter and you would be extremely good, since there is stuff on the board, but he wouldn't. Like, it would cost him everything to actually get past your 1 Taunter. I think he's thinking about clearing the board. And it's okay, that play, since you got the heal next turn. But if there's no other charger,
there's so much that can kill you right now.
Especially an Assassin's Blade plus a Southsea Deckhand.
Yep.
That's extremely helpful. So this is going to be the 1-0 for Esosek versus StrifeCro. Oh, we have to admit that draw from Esosek was crazy good, especially just his turn 3 play. So in the end, the turn 3 play was the Cold Light Oracle actually won him the game, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Pro's favorite deck, I would say, it's a Druid. At the moment, we can't say if it's token or not. I mean, from those 3 cards, it could still be token. I think it's actually... against this deck, I would prefer to see a token Druid.
I'm pretty sure it's token, to be honest.
Yeah. That's just better in my eyes. You get more minions out early, you can clear his stuff, especially if there's a Mukla, and you're like, okay, I'm ramping up, my first drop is turn 5, and you're facing a coin Mukla turn 2. That could get devastating. Maybe Esosek just... Wow, double sab. That's super annoying. You're like, turn 4 Valor Teacher, sap plus a minion. Turn 5 Valor Teacher, sap plus a minion. That's like so valuable.
Yeah, but the hand of StrifeCro, it's okay. But not really the greatest. He definitely wants to have a wild growth.
Or the Innervate.
Or the Innervate, of course.
Wow. So at the moment, I would say slight favor for Esosek with those hand cards. The Loot Hoarder extremely nice, and the Eviscerate in his starting hand, so or in his hand now. They give him great options. Oh, the Innerate.
What do you think, Innervate Azure? I think that makes sense. It's a good play because even if it gets zapped.
No, I would actually Hero Ability and then next turn take the opportunity to go Violet Teacher, Innervate, maybe Raz, or if it's even only Innervate into Hero Ability, but there are so many 1 HP minions you can actually kill with Innervate Hero Ability. So I would say in total, wait now. You don't take any damage from the Loot Hoarder, so you just armor up, like use your
you
ability.
stay at 30 HP.
Yeah, so I think there's no downside from this.
I think the Druid is nice because you apply pressure, and it's a target that he doesn't really want to sap, and even if he saps, he can go for the Violet Teacher next turn, and then the turn afterwards play the Zudrake again. So those two plays were the options. StrifeCro decides to go for the Zudrake to get some board control.
Well, he can draw a card first now, and there's always the option to just coin into the SI7 agent, which would be a bit sad since you're wasting some mana. It's a possible play, absolutely. And that was what I saw, like the coin SI7
I think it's good.
potential value. He could just weapon up a Deadly Poison. And that would actually be really good, since next turn you could then kill the Violet Teacher with your SI7 agent and your weapon, if you don't want to sap it. That's like, first of all, if you don't want to sap it. I think in this situation now, coin SI or weapon up Deadly Poison. And the only annoying thing is you wasted a mana. The good thing is 3/3 minion.
Yeah, especially like you want to have the minion on the board, and he didn't take damage, which is also important. There's a second Violet Teacher, he will just throw the first one down. That will get cleared or sapped, and then he throws another one.
I think in this situation, with 4 mana, I would sap it and weapon up, attack the face, and next turn you can go for weapon up, Eviscerate, or Cold Light Oracle, and then Eviscerate.
But you wouldn't attack with your weapon.
No, I would attack with my SI in the face, and then next turn the consideration is just like Cold Light, Eviscerate, kill with 1 attack, not even Deadly Poison up. But I think using 1 sap now is good. The main problem is if you don't sap now and you leave it alive, next turn at least 2 minions.
Yep.
If not, with a Power of Wild already and a Raz already 3-4 minions against you, which are buffed up extremely well.
Well, there's the sap.
And some damage, which is really good since you want to rush it down. The only question is attack or not with the weapon. I think attacking once would be okay, but if you're just planning to go for the Deadly Poison next turn, rather keep it.
Exactly.
And so what is he going to do? Another Violet Teacher, and that one will just get either stab, or there's actually Cold Light Oracle plus Eviscerate and Hero Ability.
Well, I would sap it again.
You would sap it again. You could also go for... Well, Cold Light Oracle first. See what you get. If you get a backstab, for example, if he has backstabs in his version, there are some with. Okay, he has a Shadow Stab. Now he could actually Deadly Poison up, attack, Shadow Stab his SI to kill. But you got already Lyra in your hand, so you don't want a Shadow Stab actually. I think he just uses a South Sea deckhand. Just get rid of that one.
Okay.
The thing is with the sap, you want to have it for later. Okay, Ancient of War.
If there's an Ancient of War, but...
Even the Druid of the Claw taunted up, already annoying.
Yep. That's true. Keeping 1 makes sense.
So finally, will there be the Violet Teacher out? I mean, Violet Teacher plus Raz, some value?
Most definitely.
I think that's the play I like the most. He could just Force of Nature to clear the board, if he really wants to clear.
To keep the combo.
What is he going to do next turn for Esosek? So there is the King of Bananas. Not seeing that he plays that at the moment. Arcane Golem. Oh, Cold Blood. Oh, okay. You could go for Arcane Golem, Cold Blood, and sap your enemy. Just deal like 8 damage now, and then next turn win with Leroy, actually.
8 damage?
10 damage in total. Just nuke him down to 15. With your Blade, he would be down to 12. And then next turn you go for Leroy, Shadow Stab Leroy.
It would be 13 damage, right?
Would it be? It would be 8. Oh, it would be 13. Yeah, but you bring him down to 12. So in total, he drops to 12 HP. You could also play Mukla, sap, and trade the minion.
But you wouldn't have lethal next turn.
Essos, Leroy Shadow Step Leroy would be 12.
Yeah, but
If he's not here powering up. That's always a question. But there's like an Arcane Golem you need to kill, so at least swipe. My main question is just, you could do that now, or like sap the minion, eviscerate the phase, trade, be happy with it. I just like to have the cold blood. I would definitely use it.
that was nice. That was really well played. Because he burns a card now.
Look at those bananas moving. So many bananas and no minion to use it on. And you cannot. The most annoying thing is, yeah, we got the Force of Nature.
Wait, what did he just burn?
What did he just burn? I would love to know, actually, but I forgot. The good thing is he has bananas, so he can Force of Nature and banana one minion to actually clear Mukla and the Cold Light Oracle. Which is the only move you can do here to get rid of those two. Oh, that's annoying. That's like 100% superb annoying.
He needs to do it.
Yeah, Force of Nature, banana. The cool thing is with Violet Teacher, like Violet Teacher, bananas, more bananas. You get so many small minions. But like now...
he lost the control of
Oh, he lost the second Force of Nature. Now I got it.
Oh, goddamn.
I think it's okay, though. He just needs to survive now. I mean, there's a lot of damage in the hand for Esosek now. But at the moment, there's still the possibility to come back somehow. Yeah, Force of Nature, bananas. Any other plays, not so efficient. So yeah, you swipe, but then you could definitely only kill one minion with swipe and hero ability. That would hurt way too much.
You don't want to take 6 damage from the hero ability.
This is looking super grim for StrifeCro. Actually, that might be a 2-0 for Esosek in the end. How his hand cards look, if there's another Shadow Step now, and no taunters for StrifeCro at the moment.
Well, I think it's gonna be hero ability. Wait, let's see what he draws.
Oh, another Arcane Golem.
Arcane Golem. Eviscerate hero ability attack. That's my opinion.
That would be 8-9 damage. Yeah, I like that one too, since you're getting with your hero ability another 2 damage points.
Yeah.
That's half of an Arcane
needs
Golem.
To clear it.
We can go for double Arcane Golem, since next turn you get to go for Leroy Shadow Step, Leroy Eviscerate. The main problem is you give him enough mana to maybe play scenarios. But then still it would be GG. Okay, Power of the Wild. That would be such a nice play now, in theory. So he could go for Violet Teacher, Argent Squire, Harvest, Power of the Wild. If there were more turns, he can only swipe.
It's over.
And it's over. Like whatever he does.
Yep.
With his hand cards, it's over. There's Leroy Shadow Step Leroy, which is already 12 damage. But together with an Eviscerate, this will be 16 damage. It's like the fastest we saw StrifeCro lose in the Gentleman Cup.
Yeah, I mean, Backspace Rogue. I think it's also one of the few times we see Backspace Rogue being victorious. In the past, we had way more Miracle Rogues being successful.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see the deck working out, and you see the pressure he applies.
I love the Backspace Rogue, but I still think it relies so hard on the card draw.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, other decks like Miracle Rogue, if you don't draw your Auctioneer, it's not as efficient as it would be with. But you got at least more options to draw cards in total.
Way more options. I mean, you just have more. What's up?
You didn't click on the command
I know.
there. But that's okay. I just was asking. So StrifeCro is considering how he could do anything. The time is running. He can heal himself and hope there is no Shadow Stab action. But as we know, well, there is a lot of action in Esosek's hand. Without a Taunter, you're extremely screwed. And even with a Taunter. So, okay, let's say a Sunwalker would have actually been okay, but still wouldn't save him.
Nope.
A double Eviscerate even, so it doesn't need the Shadow Stabs. Can just go Leroy, double Eviscerate, and win with his stuff on the board. And he even had a Shadow Stab, so that was like the most amount of damage you could get in Esosek's hand here in this turn. Wow, super cool. Wins the game here. Didn't even need his Leroy. He just used his Leroy to get the Eviscerates rolling.